Someone told you it was too late. Maybe they said it out loud, or maybe it was a thought that crept in quietly one morning when the house was still and the world felt very far away. Too late to start over, too late to change, too late to matter. If you've ever felt that, even once, I want you to stay with me today, because what I'm about to share might completely change the way you see where you are right now.
Here is something that nobody tells you when you're young. The people who changed the world, who built something real, who found true peace, who created the life they actually wanted, most of them did it after 50. Vera Wang didn't design her first dress until she was 40. Julia Child didn't have her first TV show until she was 51. Charles Darwin published his most important work at 50. And Harlan Sanders, the man the whole world knows as Colonel Sanders, he started KFC at the age of 62. These aren't flukes. These aren't lucky exceptions. These are people who refused to believe the story the world tried to write for them. And I'll tell you something even more powerful than any of those famous names. Every single day, ordinary men and women over the age of 50 are quietly rebuilding, quietly starting, quietly coming back. Nobody makes a documentary about them. They don't trend on social media, but they are out there, doing the work, living proof that the clock is not your enemy.
Now I want to say something that might surprise you. After 50 is not a disadvantage. It is actually one of the most powerful positions a human being can be in. Here is why. First, you know what doesn't work. You've lived long enough to stop chasing the wrong things, the jobs that drained you, the relationships that cost too much, the version of success that never actually made you happy. That knowledge, the hard-won, lived-in, tested by life knowledge of what truly matters, that is worth more than any degree, more than any head start, more than youth itself. Second, you have nothing left to prove. When you're young, so much energy goes into performing, looking successful, seeming confident, appearing like you have it all together. After 50, many of us stop caring about the performance, and that is incredibly freeing, because when you stop performing for others, you finally have room to start living for yourself. Third, you understand patience. The world rewards patience, deep work, consistent effort over time. And after 50, you understand patience in a way that no 25-year-old possibly can. You know how to wait. You know how to keep going. You know that good things, real things, take time.
So what does a quiet comeback actually look like? It doesn't look like a dramatic announcement. It doesn't look like a viral moment or a sudden transformation. It looks like waking up one morning and deciding, quietly, privately, just between you and yourself, that you are not finished. It looks like one small action, one phone call, one walk, one page written, one healthy meal chosen, one conversation started. The quiet comeback is not a single moment. It is a direction. It is the decision, made again and again every day, to move forward instead of staying still. I want to ask you something personal. What is the one thing, just one, that you have been putting off because some voice told you it was too late? A health goal, a creative dream, a relationship you want to repair, a skill you've always wanted to learn, a business you've thought about starting, a place you've always wanted to visit. What is it? Because I want you to know, with everything I have, that it is not too late for that thing.
Now, I want to take a moment to talk honestly about something that many of us over 50 carry: health challenges, chronic conditions, the body that doesn't cooperate the way it used to. Maybe your energy is lower. Maybe there are days when just getting out of bed feels like an achievement. I understand that. And I want to say, that is still a comeback. The comeback doesn't require you to run a marathon. It doesn't require perfect health. It doesn't require that you show up at full strength every single day. Some of the bravest comebacks I have ever heard of happened in the quietest, smallest, most private moments. A person with a heart condition who decided to go for a 10-minute walk. A person who hadn't cooked a real meal in months, choosing to cook one today. Small is not weak. Small is how every great thing begins. Before I go, I want to leave you with one thought. The world is very loud about what you should have done by now, what you should have achieved, what you should look like, what your life should be. But the world doesn't know your story. It doesn't know what you've carried, what you've survived, what it took just to get to today. And you who is watching this, who is still here, still asking questions, still looking for something more, you are already doing it. The quiet comeback has already begun. Keep going. Not for anyone else, not to prove anything, just because your life is not over and there is still so much ahead of you. If this video meant something to you today, please share it with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe for more honest conversations about life, resilience, and starting again after 50. I'll see you in the next one.